When planes smashed into the Twin Towers, most of us stood and stared at televisions in disbelief at what was happening.
But not a group of local firefighters. Here's 9 News anchor Tanya O'Rourke.
Carolyn Clyde, those firefighters instead grabbed their gear and drove all night to get to the World Trade Center site. They're part of Ohio Task Force 1. It's a federal urban search and rescue team. Their job is to find people in the rubble and ruin of disasters. Cincinnati Fire Lieutenant and Task Force 1 member Kevin McMullen is one of those men.
It seems so long ago, and then it seems like yesterday. So,
Lieutenant Kevin McMullen didn't really know what he and his Task Force 1 members were headed into on September 11, 2001. He just knew it was bad.
You knew there were a lot of firemen heading that way, and it was going to be a long day.
They took dozens of photos that even today are hard to look at.
It was very surreal because it was dark when we got down there. Everything was lit by floodlights, and everybody made the comment, you know, it just seems like a Hollywood set. You know, just all the lights, the smoke rising, the dust still rising. Just it was hard to comprehend from our little piece of it how big the site was that first day.
McMullen and his team are trained to rescue people from rubble, find them safely. But this wasn't like any training.
You weren't finding the people you were expecting to find, you know, hoping you'd find that void or that, you know, 100 people trapped in the subway station or some, you know, but there just wasn't any of that. Never rescued anyone out of where the World Trade Centers were. I think the last people that they got out alive came out that afternoon.
McMullen was at the World Trade Center site from the morning of September 12, 2001 until the 22nd. 10 days he will never forget. 10 days he's very proud of. 10 days that solidified his love and respect of the firefighters who ran into the towers that awful day.
The one thing I look at a lot, you know, here is that when we're fully staffed, the Cincinnati Fire Department is fully staffed every day. We have 190 people on duty. Every fire truck, every ambulance, anybody you see out there, there's 190 of us. New York City lost 343 firemen that day. So you wipe out the whole day of Cincinnati Fire Department and then wipe out 3/4 of the next day. And you think, wow. So I think about that. I still wear a sticker on my helmet, FDNY.
That this is the 10-year anniversary really doesn't make it any more special or reverent to McMullen. He says every 9/11, he reflects on the men and women lost that day. And he worries that one day, 9/11 will be like Pearl Harbor or D-Day. Just another day to remember, not feel. He worries that's already happening.
And even when we came back from New York, when we got into Ohio, every bridge on I-70 was lined with people, knowing we were coming through. And they don't, you know, they don't think of that today. That's 10 years ago.
This week, Lieutenant McMullen is going back to New York, back to the site.
It's time. I want to see what's changed. What, you know, I don't know, it just seemed to be the right thing to do.
It seems you leave a little bit of yourself behind when you spend time on hallowed ground like this. McMullen is hoping maybe part of him is still there.
There's a little bank around the corner where we left our sticker when we left. So I'd like to stop and see if it's still in the window.
Shortly after returning from the World Trade Center site, McMullen became a trainer for the Cincinnati Fire Department's next recruit class. That class was handed a list of the 343 firefighters lost on 9/11 and told to read their names every day. They did. By the way, Clyde, we have put the photographs that he gave us on our website, WCPO.com.
All right, Tanya, poignant reporting. A lot of people will spend Sunday volunteering. So WCPO has partnered with the United Way of Greater Cincinnati to encourage participation in a day of service on September 11th. You can find a list of opportunities on our special webpage, WCPO.com/SEPT, that's SEPT 11.